Today we're reading Matthew chapter 11, verses 28 through 30. These words are spoken directly by Jesus. They are not a proverb. They are not a reflection. They are an invitation. Jesus says, "Come to me, all who labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me. For I am gentle and lowly in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy, and my burden is light." To understand this passage, we need to understand the moment. Jesus is speaking to people who were carrying layers of pressure, religious expectation, cultural demands, daily survival. The law had become heavy in practice, not because God's law was flawed, but because it had been layered with additional burdens. Performance, reputation, constant proving, and into that environment Jesus says, "Come to me." Notice where the rest begins. Not in technique, not in strategy, in relationship. Come to me. This is personal. Rest in this passage is not an abstract idea. It is found in proximity to Jesus. He addresses those who labor and are heavy laden. Labor suggests effort. Heavy laden suggests weight, carrying more than feels sustainable. This is not limited to physical work. It includes mental strain, responsibility, internal pressure to measure up. Jesus does not deny that weight exists. He acknowledges it, and then he makes a promise. "I will give you rest." He does not say, "You must find rest." He says, "I will give." Rest is given, not manufactured. Then he continues, "Take my yoke upon you and learn from me." A yoke was a wooden frame placed over animals to guide their direction. It connected them to a source of guidance. At first glance, the word yoke might sound like more weight, but Jesus is redefining it. Everyone carries a yoke. Everyone is guided by something: expectations, fear, achievement, approval. The question is not whether you carry a yoke. The question is which one. When Jesus says, "Take my yoke," he is inviting alignment, guidance that is steady, direction that is not driven by fear. And then he says, "Learn from me." Rest is connected to learning, not information alone. Learning his character, his pace, his priorities. Jesus describes himself as gentle and lowly in heart. Gentle does not mean weak. It means controlled strength, power expressed with care. Lowly means approachable, not distant, not harsh. This matters. Rest grows where harshness is absent, where gentleness is present. Jesus is not demanding perfection before rest. He is offering relationship that produces rest. Then comes the promise again. You will find rest for your souls. The soul refers to your inner life, your thoughts, your emotional center, your internal pace. Rest for the soul is not sleep alone. It is inner steadiness. It is the ability to move through responsibility without internal collapse. Then Jesus concludes, "For my yoke is easy, and my burden is light." Easy does not mean effortless. It means fitting, appropriate, designed for you. A burden that fits does not crush. It strengthens gradually. When your life aligns with Jesus, the weight shifts. You may still work. You may still carry responsibility. But the internal pressure changes. It becomes guided instead of forced. Rest in this passage is not inactivity. It is right alignment. It is learning his pace instead of rushing your own. It is receiving strength instead of manufacturing it. If your mind feels stretched thin, if your responsibilities feel heavy, this invitation remains open. Come to me. Not perform better, not solve everything first. Come. Rest begins with proximity. Strength grows through learning. Peace forms through alignment. Jesus does not promise a life without effort. He promises effort that is guided, and guidance changes everything. There is something important about the order of this invitation. Jesus does not say, "Improve yourself and then come." He says, "Come." Rest begins before performance changes. In the culture of that time, religious leaders often emphasized strict adherence, detailed observance, constant evaluation. But Jesus shifts the focus from rule accumulation to relationship. When he says, "Learn from me," he is not offering a list. He is offering himself. Learning from Jesus includes watching how he responds under pressure, how he speaks, how he moves. He never rushes unnecessarily. He never performs to prove his worth. He never reacts from insecurity. He acts from alignment with our Father. That is the pattern he invites you into. When your pace is shaped by fear, exhaustion grows quickly. When your pace is shaped by comparison, strain increases. But when your pace is shaped by Jesus, something steadier forms. His yoke is easy because it fits the design of your life. It aligns you with purpose instead of pressure. It anchors your identity before your productivity. You still work. You still carry responsibility. But the internal burden shifts. Instead of carrying expectations that were never assigned to you, you carry what he entrusts to you. That difference matters. Sometimes rest begins not by removing tasks, but by removing unnecessary weight. Expectations that were never yours, standards that were shaped by comparison, fears that were shaped by imagined outcomes. Jesus does not add those to you. He removes them, and what remains is lighter, guided, purposeful. When he says you will find rest, it is a promise tied to closeness. Closeness changes how effort feels. Closeness changes how responsibility feels. Closeness changes how uncertainty feels. You are not managing life independently. You are learning alongside him. If your mind has been racing, if your thoughts have been circling unfinished responsibilities, this invitation still stands. Come, not with a perfect plan, not with everything resolved. Rest is not earned, it is received. Alignment is not forced, it is chosen. And Jesus remains gentle, he remains approachable, he remains steady. Let that remain with you for a moment.